Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. This is going to be my gearless preview on Hall of Fame Goldberg. So Goldberg is essentially the A tier equivalent during this 3-week. There looks, according to the blog, to be more shards of him available if you complete the requirements than needed to recruit him. So it looks, if you generally get the A tier superstar, you'll probably get Goldberg during this MLC. He is a chaotic showboat Hall of Fame, and he has, of course, the standard Hall of Fame link. Any color move starts with 4 more MP. And then his 2 gears, the first gear, whichever one it is that you get, will add 4 more MP. The second one, gems do 75% more damage. This is a gearless preview, so you can see there, no gears equipped. Strap, we're going to use 100% gem damage with a purple takedown 2 for this one. We're starting off with no plates. We'll probably run some plates on Goldie here. Oh yeah, trainer. I skipped that. So again, same thoughts on his trainer as if you saw my preview on Molly Holly. 4-in-1 kind of trainer. This one is green moves, and then wild card or universal, any color gems do 40% more damage. So universal, I guess, is the right word. Gem damage. So again, useful when you need to use somebody with green MP that doesn't make green gems. So another solid trainer. These are going to be useful. Definitely handy to have. And that's at 35k. Also adds 30% more health, and then your kick out 75%. Okay, first moveset. My least favorite, it's a sub, no surprise. But here it is. Gorilla Press Drop, 6 MP, 567k damage, make 20 random gems into Protect Gems of Strength 400k. Necklock Suplex, 1 MP, 598k damage, plus 350k bonus damage for every prot gem. Cross Arm Breaker, Submission, 6 MP, make 20 random sub gems, and do 700,000 for 2 turns. Remaining turn into 1 turn countdown gems that deal 500k damage and increase your red MP by 5 at the end of the countdown. So that recycles it. You'll see. Entourage, we got what's his face here? Butch for 4 red MP, Otis for 100% more protect gem damage, Santa Hogan because he's needed to get that loaded. So we can use Otis, who is a huge damage increase. I'm using Bailey here. She's only 15%. Zombie Uso, much more rare, does 100%. But I'm using Bailey for this. All right, let's run it against BPP. Big pop-up. Oh, Scott Steiner. Holla, if you hear me. All right, so Goldberg, he's going to do his thing. He's going to chuck his Protect Gems. All right. And then we're going to hit this move, and it's going to do 15.8 million on a crit. Then we're just going to hit the sub. 2 turns. Enough so Scott can't get loaded. Okay, boom. We take no damage. That refills all the stuff. Now he's down to 39 mil. Now we get most of the rest of the board full of power gems, or protect gems rather. We hit this again, and let's see how much we do this time. 28 mil, and then we hit the sub again. So with Tuso on there, he's done in 2 cycles. Without Tuso, it's a 3 cycler. And that'll do it. So that's that moveset. It's you know, it's not bad for a sub moveset. It's interesting. You can hit it every turn. Those are kind of the prerequisites for the sub movesets because you know, people come out of them filled up and stuff. So for me anyway, so it's a pretty solid sub moveset. Potentially you could use it during a Protect Gem boss. I can't remember the last time we had one of those, but it would have to be a really big Protect Gem boost, and then you would use the Taker subplate to refill your yellows there. So yeah, that's that. All right, next moveset. We're gonna put the jackhammer in, and we're gonna put the spear in. Hey, this sounds like a Goldberg match. And then the pump handle fall away slam. All right. So spear, 660k damage. Increase the damage of all your gems by 200% for 1 turn. It's also a reversal, so if your opponent's move, it either lowers your gem defense or increases theirs, then he's going to do 2 million damage and steal the opponent's turn. So anyone with a buff that's not on the finisher, not on juggernauts, at least currently, not on countdowns, anyone with a buff that's on a regular move or a combo move, this will work on. So, and then the pump handle fall away, 535k damage, increase your yellow MP by 10. Hardcore, if your opponent's class is a striker, another 535k damage, causes them to skip their turn. And then the jackhammer finisher, deal 1 million damage, make 40 random gems into purple gems, and pin the opponent. Hardcore, if opponent's style is focused, deal another 1 million damage and increase your purple gem damage by 200% for 1 more turn. All right. So he's got a lot going on, potentially. If you hit a striker, a focus striker, then he can do a bunch of stuff. Entourage for this one is, we are going to run this. This gets our purple MP loaded right here. Boom, 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 boom. So those 2 moves are loaded with the 7 MP. And then we got our purple gems here, 40%, 30% here, since he's chucking 40 purple gems with a 200% buff. So let's see what this looks like against Scott Steiner. So you would hit this. It would buff your gems by 200%. Then we're going to hit this. And it would increase the yellow by 10. So feud ready build after 99 goes away. And then let's see how hard this hits. $30 million. It's all right. It's all right. So let's try that one against a focus striker, as it were. So striker is also class advantage, so 25% boost there. And then, of course, we're going to get the additional boost of 100% on the finisher. So we're going to hit 300% boost as well as stun poor Sammy. You can see all of the things are glowing. Boom. Boom and stun. So this is like ideal, perfect situation for Goldberg. And then chucking purple gems here with the boof. $59 million. So against focus strikers, that's really good. Still a little bit less than I'd like to do with the 100% strap, but still solid, right? Okay. This is interesting. Let's go here. This reminds me of McDonough. Very similar to McDonough, blue buff. I think it's also 200% and also has an MP steal. This is basically, that's 1 MP. The exact same thing as McDonough. Let's bring in these 2 moves. So the 1 MP snap swinging neckbreaker, 1 million damage and steal up to 10 MP from each of your opponent's purple moves. And then the Gorilla Press Spinebuster, 450k damage and make the top row into Snowfall Yellow. Modify all gems below it into yellow gems and broken by you. Then deal 450k damage and make 7 Snowfalls into purple. So that sets it off. Entourage for this one is slightly different, but not much. Since we're breaking yellow gems, we want Brett for 35, Strowman for 30. If you have Zombie Punk, he adds 40. You'd replace him here, right? So yeah, let's run this. This gets you the 200% buff twice. Mherex, of course, has purple on this set, so you'd be loaded in feud again, so you'd hit this button. 200% buff, then you'd steal the purple MP. Then you'd buff the 200% again, so 400% yellow gem buff. And then you'd click this button and turn the whole board yellow. And do a cool 59 million damage. This is with no plates. The yellow has a much better plate potential. I will put a plate on after I run these without a plate. 2 plates, actually. All right, so there's a 2-click version. It's basically the same thing, but only one buff. Who I go against doesn't really matter. So this is basically the same exact thing you saw, except we're just going to 2-click and see what he does 2-clicky, because you guys know I love my 2 clicks. So we're just going to click the buff and click that, and then the finisher is there to recycle if needed. So you've seen all the moves. Build set's exactly the same, but this will just show you what it does with one buff. So obviously if there's a yellow boost in feud, you would use this. Because it would be very quick 2-click and give you an extra 200% yellow gem damage. But 2 clicks does 38 million gem. It's not bad. It's not huge, but it's not bad. Again, very similar to McDonough, with McDonough's blue set and what he can do. One more thing here. Let's do triple purple. This does not recycle, so it's riskier. With what's on him, right? It doesn't naturally recycle. How about that? We've seen all the moves. This, of course, adds the stun. Let's go back to Sammy. Same trainers. We'll just go back to Sammy and abuse him with the stun. Poor Sammy. We need higher HP opponents anyway. So it's the same as the 2-click, but there's just a stun added in. It's doing nothing else for the damage, so it's just there to show you. Like, you could run triple purple and that it won't recycle naturally. There's really no good reason to run it. Other than it's fast. Oh, I did recycle because it dropped in, but you can see 38 million, same as the 2-click. Marginal difference, more time, right? Anyway, now let's go back to the 2-click, and there's obviously a plate combo that's going to work really well with yellow since he buffs all color gems. I'm sure not everybody, but I'm sure a lot of people have already said it to themselves. And that's the May Plate Cowabunga combo, because we're getting the yellows for sure. We're going to break 7 or more easily. So that's 20 green, and then let's make it an even 30 green. With the Cowabunga plate, because that also breaks yellow. 4 more yellow gems generate 10 random green. So now we're generating 30 green, and since he's buffing all gems 200%, that's going to be kind of ideal for the 2-clickiness. Right? We're back to that. Same trainers. Let's not go against Sammy because we have class advantage. I don't want to do that for 2-click. Okay. Here we go. With the plates, I should probably turn this off, since we now have 2 plates on there. So 200% all color. You saw it's a rainbow there. And then we're going to blow up the board with yellow. And then blow up the board with green. Nice cascade. 52 million gem damage. More respectable, right? So 52 million. That's getting close to where you want to be. Definitely more respectable. But still not quite where we want to be. So let's go back to that plate with this setup, where we can steal some purple. I'm just going to go ahead and put it here and try and hit it in the right order. Obviously with the buff and stuff and the MP, Goldberg's gear is going to make probably a significant difference on how I feel about him, one way or the other. But we're rating him without gear, keep in mind, during this preview. So we're checking him out without that. So, buff. Steal. Buff. Boom. And this should be a lot of gem damage. 86 million. So I mean, like when you can do this deal, anyone using purple moves, I'm sure that there's a decent amount of people that use purple, like Jacob. You could use him against Jacob, and he's gonna, hit for 86 million. So he definitely has his uses even without the gear. Um, Showboat is stacked, so he's not the best Showboat, for sure. But he is useful, and he does have his uses. And there's plenty of people that use purple. A lot of people run triple purple on Howdy. I think some people do some purple on LA Knight. I think Woods is mostly used with purple. Yeah, Woods is mostly triple purple. Does Tribal Chief run purple? I don't know. I don't have him yet. No, I don't think so. I think he starts with blue. So not Tribal Chief, but some of Solo's movesets use purple if they're using the gem damage for Solo. No shortage of purple. Julius uses purple, right? So if he's got to have an MP steal, purple's pretty dang good. I believe Muda is, Muda's double purple that he uses. So good chunk of people he can steal from, the MP from, to be honest. So no shortage there. Should be able to get away with that double buff most of the time. And you don't even need the skill plates with the double buff, both of them, but it definitely helps because what we hit for 59, and then with the plates it was like 85. So you probably would want them for sure. I think Tusos is purple too. Yeah, Tusos is purple as well. So again, no shortage of people to steal from. Braun Breaker, I believe, uses at least one purple move. 7 would be enough. So yeah. I think he's fine as an A tier, to be honest. Very, like I said, very similar to McDonough, who I actually like quite a bit. Situationally useful, potentially, but not, he's not somebody you're going to be like, oh, he's the best showboat in the game. So yeah, that's kind of how I feel about him. He's fine without the gear. Not your best showboat, but he certainly has his uses, and I can see him being useful on plenty of rosters. So let me know what you guys think. Are these, again, keep letting me know if the Hall of Fame preview styles this way are good for you or not good. It's probably the best I've felt about doing them is just keeping it separated with no gears and with gears. Otherwise, it's so hard to rate because I don't know who's going to get what. In fact, most of the time I don't get Hall of Fame gear. So with Goldberg, just thinking about it, the 75% gem damage is going to be really big with the buff. And of course, the 4 extra yellow MP is going to allow you a ton of flexibility in your trainer. So you can drop Gunther at that point, and you can start using specific color trainers that actually buff yellow gems instead. So Cena can go on, and you get 45% to the yellows when you can drop Gunther, or you can drop Woods, either or, right? Doesn't really matter. And that's going to make a big difference there. That's like 45%, gears like 75%. You start getting those, he's probably 2-clicking where he needs to be without having to double up on this deal. But anyway, this isn't about that. We'll see when we get there. So I think he's decent this way. I think he's fine for somebody that a lot of us should be able to get free or relatively inexpensively. So I think he's fine for what he is. I don't think he's the best in the world, but he's the best. Maybe Hall of Fame Ray is probably better with a Piper plate. We'll see with both gears. We'll see. I mean, we'll see how it compares when I try both gears on Goldberg. Without gears, though, Hall of Fame Ray, not that impressive. So I think he's better than Hall of Fame Ray without gears, like apples to apples. So probably the best Hall of Fame showboat currently, but I could change my mind once I see him with gears, because Ray with gears is very good. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments, and remember to like, subscribe, and share, because that really helps me out. As always, guys, super appreciate you. Thank you for the support. It's huge. So yeah, good luck out there. Yeah, he's okay. He's good. He's okay. He's good. He's not great, but he's okay. He's good. I think fine for an A tier.